When you go online, you see people in exceptional condition. You see amazing physiques, 8% body fat, 6% body fat, people on steroids, people on drugs, people in amazing lighting, people who are tanned to make themselves look even better, people who's edited their photos. And it kind of makes you feel like you have to be lean year round, especially when you're getting into fitness and you're starting this journey. A lot of times you look at these influencers and these people and you feel like, I need to be lean and I need to be ripped year round, to the extent it fucks up your mental health and your self-image and how you view yourself. And I fell into this trap before where I just wanted to be lean, and it took away from my sense of self-esteem, if that makes sense. It took away from how I felt about myself, and overall kind of ruined me a little bit because I didn't feel valuable enough because of how I looked, because I wasn't 100% lean. I wasn't 8% body fat, 10% body fat. I wasn't this lean. And it's like now I've took a balanced approach of it and I'm bulking. And I still got a bit of ab definition, so there's a different place to come from. But I still look good and I still feel good. But I don't have that pressure in myself now. And this year was the year that I've truly felt that difference where I don't have that pressure to be lean year round. Now I'm grateful and happy with my physique. But I don't want you lot to always strive to be 8% body fat, 10% body fat, stay year round around that level, because obviously some people can do it, but a lot of people, it's going to take time for you to get to that position. Let's say you start off fat and out of shape, skinny fat. Let's say you start off skinny fat. How are you going to get in shape and be ripped? If you come from being skinny fat to go and rip straight away, you're not going to have much muscle on you. So it's going to take time. You're going to have periods of building muscle. You're going to have periods of cutting. It's going to be a work in progress. It's going to take 4 or 5 years before you get real results. And that's good for your mental health overall if you view it from your own perspective. But if you compare yourself to these people in these exceptional conditions, it's not going to be good for your mental health. And that's what I found. I found that when I stopped comparing myself to other people with my body, and I was speaking to someone the other day and I was saying, just don't compare yourself to other people with your physique and your body, because that is kind of going to crush your confidence. He was a year into it and he's a nice guy, and I was just giving him a bit of advice with everything because I'm quite further into it. I'm a little bit older, and I was saying that don't compare yourself to other people with your physique, because it's something that is literally your starting point and your consistency, and people progress at different rates of it. It's not something that just goes like this and goes like this. You know what I mean? Some people get results quick, like some people with amazing genetics, but most of us, a lot of us aren't going to. It's like me, it's took time and consistency to get to a point where I'm happy and I'm very confident, and to be honest, I'm really grateful and happy with my physique. I wouldn't really change much, which is a beautiful place to be in. But if you constantly compare yourself to these people online, 8% body fat, probably on gear, probably on steroids, with amazing lighting, with all this different stuff, editing, all this stuff, how are you gonna actually feel about yourself? You're not gonna feel grateful or happy. But if you compare yourself to yourself with your body, especially your body, that is something that you have to compare yourself to yourself with it, because it takes time, effort, and you have different genetics. You will be more grateful and happy. If you look from where you came from and how you started, that's gonna be amazing. And you don't have to be ripped year round. It can fuck your mental health up if you're trying to be ripped year round. A lot of people have worse mental images, and your testosterone dips a bit if you're too lean and all this stuff, and you're not gonna feel as good. I would say stick around 10 to 15%. You know what I mean? I don't even know how much I am. I'd say I'm around 15. I might be a bit more, who knows, but I'm around 15%, I'd say, at the moment, and I feel good and I feel grateful and I feel happy. In the summer, I might lean down a bit, like before the summer and everything, but at the end of the day, it's how you feel about yourself, and it's one of these things. You need these periods of not being ripped. You don't have to be ripped year round. It's a weird thing where I get more compliments and more attention now, being a bit more bigger, being stronger, but also being semi-lean, than I did when I was ripped, when I was really ripped with veins in my abs. Because you look more skinnier, I don't know what it is, it's a weird thing. People respect the size a bit more and all that, but overall, don't try to be ripped year round. It's not realistic, and it's going to take away from you. If you are struggling every day to eat a certain amount of calories and it's restricting your life and restricting you, you can't even go for a meal with someone. It's your birthday, you can't go for a meal with your family, or let's say it's your mum's birthday or your brother's birthday, you can't go for a meal, your friend's birthday, because you're watching your calories. How is that going to help your life? How is that going to literally change your life? It's going to make it miserable, and I don't want you lot in that position. I want you lot in a position where you're more grateful to live and more happy. It's not the most important thing ever, you know what I mean? It's not the most important thing ever. It's about your confidence, and it's about the journey at the end of the day with this stuff. It takes time to get in shape anyway, and the quicker you want the results and the more harder you go. And if you stay in a deficit year round, you're just going to feel like shit. And that's what I had. I had migraines. I had a terrible situation before where I kind of developed a bit of a disorder, and I just binged and binged after because I was trying to be so lean. I didn't have much muscle on me at the time as well. This was 2020 going into 2021. I binged a literal stone straight away, and it was bad. It was bad, but I felt all right about it, but it didn't help my confidence that much, you know. I don't want you lot in that position. All I want is for you lot to understand, don't need to be ripped year round. Aim to be the best for you. It takes time, it takes effort, and just be consistent with all this stuff. You're going to achieve it over time anyway, and that's the mindset we need. It's going to take time. Like, now I'm grateful and happy, but it took years. It took years, like, to feel this way. And it takes years to build it. Just don't compare yourself to these people online with insane physiques, insane genetics, insane lighting, steroids, all this stuff, you know. Don't compare yourself. Compare yourself to you with your physique. And that's the overall message in this video. Thank you.